Hi, in this session we'll discuss about a recurrence relation. Okay, so we all know what a sequence is. For example, we have sequence like we have seen sequence from the lower classes. Okay, so we have a sequence like what is a sequence? It's basically an ordered list of numbers. For example, 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. is a sequence. Okay, similarly 3, 6, 9, 12, okay, etc. 15 is a sequence. Again, uh, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, okay, 64, etc. sequence. So this is a normal sequence. This is our arithmetic sequence, and also this is a geometric progression. So we have seen these geometric series and everything like this before. Okay, now what do we mean by recurrence relations? So before that, there are many ways to you can list out the sequence of terms. So one way is you can just specify the terms of the sequence, or you can give a relation stating the formula for the nth term of the sequence. For example, the sequence the nth term can be written as simply n is equal to n. Okay, or you can give a formula in which the next term is obtained by the how the next term is obtained by the previous terms of the sequence. For example, if you simply consider sequence 1, 2, 3, 4, etc., you can say that the an plus 1th term is obtained by adding 1 to the anth term. Okay, so there are many ways to list out the same sequence 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. One way is you can just specify what are the terms of the sequence. Then otherwise you can give a general formula for the nth term of the sequence, or you can say how the next term is obtained by the previous terms of the sequence. So this is how you many ways of which you can specify how to write a sequence. Now this relation in which an an plus 1 is written in terms of an or an minus 1, etc. These type of relations are called recurrence relation. For example, this is a recurrence relation. Okay, if you are considering a geometric sequence, geometric series, for example, if you are considering the series of the form 3, 6, 12, 24, you can see that this is a geometric series in which the first term is 2, 3, the next term is obtained by multiplying 3 into 2, next term is obtained by multiplying 3 into 2 square, etc. This is basically geometric series, and you can see that the an plus 1th term is obtained by multiplying nth term by just 2. Okay, so this is the recurrence relation corresponding to this sequence. Okay, and also you can write the general form of this term of the sequence would be something but 3 into 2 raised to n. So this is the general term of the sequence where an plus 1 is obtained by 3 into 2 raised to n. So this is basically general formula for this sequence. So this very sequence can be represented by either writing out all the terms or by specifying a general formula for the terms of the sequence, or otherwise we can write this in terms of these type of relations in which the next term is obtained by the previous terms. So these type of relations are called recurrence relations. So I hope you understand what is a recurrence relation. Okay, now this if you consider the sequence an plus 1 is equal to an into 2, this sequence does not only determines the sequence. If I take the first term as maybe 5, okay, so what will be the terms of the sequence? The next term would be 5, next term would be 5 into 2, it is again 10, again 10 into 2 is 20, okay, then again it is 40, etc, etc. So this is another sequence which is also determined by this relation. So in order to distinguish which sequence is what, we will also give a new condition. We will also give an initial condition which will state that the a0 term is basically in this sequence the first term was 3, in this sequence the first term was 5. So this condition will help you to uniquely determine a sequence in terms of the recurrence relation. Okay, now I hope you understand what do you mean by a recurrence relation. I hope you understand what you mean by an initial condition. Okay, now what do you mean by solution? So in problems you will be given some recurrence relations like this: an plus 1 is equal to an into 2. Okay, and they will tell you that a is not is equal to maybe a not is equal to 3. Okay, the solution of this sequence is basically this one: 3, 6, 12, 24, etc. Or the general form of the sequence, which is nothing but an plus 1 is equal to 3 into 2 raised to n. So when you are being asked to find the solution of a recurrence relation, what we mean is that you need a relation like this. We have to write a relation of the form n plus 1 is equal to 3 into 2 raised to n, which is independent of the terms of the sequence, which is independent of what you mean by an's and n plus 1s, etc. So we have to write an general formula which is independent of the terms of the sequence. Okay, so that is what you mean by solution of a recurrence relation. Okay, so this is also called a general solution of the recurrence relation. Okay, so I hope you understand what do you mean by a recurrence relation, what do you mean by its initial condition, and what do you mean by a solution, and we will see general solution, particular solution when we come to the theory of recurrence relation when you are dealing with linear homogeneous recurrence relations. So we will discuss that there, but I hope now you understand what do you mean by a recurrence relation. Okay, so you should understand what do you mean by a recurrence relation. You should also know what is meant by an initial condition. We should also know what do you mean by a solution to a recurrence relation. Okay. Okay, so moving forward, let us do some problems related to that. So consider this problem. Let A and be a sequence that satisfies the recurrence relation an is equal to an minus 1 plus 3 for n is equal to 1, 2, 3. And suppose that a naught is equal to, let us try to find out what is a1, a2 and a3. Just read the question. Now tell me what is a1. a1 is nothing, according to the relation, a1 is a naught plus 3. So what will you get? It is 2 plus 3, which is again 5. Okay, what is a2? a2 is again, according to the relation, a1 plus 3, which is again 5 plus 3, which is 8. Okay, similarly, what is a3? a3 is nothing but a2 plus 3. Okay, so here a2 was 8, so it is 8 plus 3, again it is 11. So I hope you understand this problem. It's very simple. Similarly, let's look at some other problems also. See this question. Let a and be a sequence that satisfies the recurrence relation an is equal to an minus 1 minus an minus 2. So here basically we are defining a term in terms of two previous terms. So for n is equal to 2, 3, 4, etc. Suppose that a0 is equal to 3, a1 is equal to 5. Let us try to find out what is a2. a2 is, according to the relation, it is a1 minus a0, which is 5 minus 3, which is 2. Okay, what is a3? a3 would be, according to that relation, it will be a2 minus a1, which is nothing but 2 minus 5, which is again minus 3. Okay, so I hope you understand the meaning of recurrence relation. Now let us discuss what do we mean by order of a recurrence relation. It's very simple. Order of a recurrence relation means and how many terms are used to define the new term. Okay, so suppose you are considering this relation an is equal to an minus 1 plus 3. So here only one previous term is being used to determine an. So order of this reconciliation would be 1 here. Okay, similarly if you look at this problem, you can see that here an is equal to an minus 1 minus an minus 2. So here two terms are being used to find the next term. So basically the order of this relation would be 2. In other words, if you have a relation like this, the order is also defined as the difference of the largest term in the relation minus the smallest term. So in this relation the largest term is n, the smallest term is n minus 2. So difference of them, it is nothing but 2. Okay, so sometimes suppose your relation is like this, an plus an minus 1 plus an minus 1 plus an minus 2, so it is equal to 0. So I have written this relation as an equality here. So here the largest term is n, the smallest term is n minus 2. Just take the difference, so that will give you the order of the relation. Similarly in this problem, here this an is equal to an minus 1 minus 3. So if I write this an equality symbol, it will be an minus 1 plus 3 is equal to 0. Suppose the relation is being given like this, like in a formula. So you have to find the order. You just take the largest term here. This n here, not largest term, the largest index here, it is n minus the smallest index is basically n minus 1. So that is n minus 1, which is 1, which gives the order of that reconciliation. So I hope now you understand what do you mean by order of a reconciliation. We will discuss more about order in the next session. So I hope this is clear here. Okay, let us look at this problem here again. Already we have discussed this problem. So here we are taking a geometric series here. So an plus 1 is equal to 3 into an. You can see that order of this relation is 1. Okay, so let us write down some general terms of this reconciliation. It is basically 5. First term is 5, it is given to you. The second term is 3 into 5. The third term is 3 square into 5. Okay, so in generally the nth term would be, it will be 3 raised to n into 5. So this is the solution of this recurrence relation. Okay, the nth term would be an is equal to 3 raised to n into 5. You can see the pattern here. So this is the solution of this recurrence relation. So generally if I take my reconciliation as an plus 1 is equal to maybe d into an. Okay, and suppose n is greater than or equal to 0, and my a naught is some maybe capital A. The general solution would be an would be equal to d raised to n into capital A. Okay, so this is the general idea. So I have to remember the result. The general solution would be an is equal to d raised to n into capital A. So this is the first result which we will be studying here. It's very simple. It's the general form of the geometric series. So this is the Solution here, unique solution of this recurrence relation is nothing but an is equal to a into d raised to n, where n is greater than or equal to 0. So using that relation, let us try to do some problems. So solve this recurrence relation, which is of the form an is equal to 7a raised to n minus 1, where n is greater than or equal to 1, and a2 is equal to 98. So please try this problem. What will be the result? According to this relation, either you can write down, specify the first few terms. From that you can write the relation, or you can just write, if you know the formula, you can write it directly. Okay, so if you are specifying it, the first term is a naught is equal to, here n is greater than or equal to 1. Okay, so here a2 is equal to 98. Okay, so a2 is equal to, basically what is a2? a2 is obtained by 7a1. Okay, so what is a2? a2 is 98. So what is the value of a1 here? So in this problem, a2 is actually equal to 7a1, and they have told you that the value of a1 is, value of a2 is 98. So can you find the value of a1 here? It is nothing but 98 is equal to 7a1. Now what is the value of a1? a1 is 14. So once you know 40 a1, can you tell me what is the value of a0 here? a0 is 7, basically a1 is 7a0, value of a1 is 14, so 7a0, therefore value of a0 is 2 here. Okay, so now we have the relation as an is equal to 7, a raised an minus 1, and my a0 is 2. So what's the general formula of the sequence? The general formula of the sequence is an is equal to 2 into 7 raised to n, according to this result. Okay, so this is how we will solve this problem. I hope it is clear. Okay, let us try some more problems here also. Okay, so these are some problems which are given from a textbook. So find a recurrence relation with initial condition that uniquely determines each of the following geometric progression. Okay, so let us try to write an recurrence relation here. The first term is actually 2, the second term is actually 2 into 5. Okay, the third term is actually basically 10 is obtained by 10 into 5. The next term is 250, so basically it's obtained by 50 into 5. So what will be the recurrence relation? an plus 1 is obtained by multiplying anth term by 5, and also a0 is 2 here. So I hope you understand this. Okay, now look at the second question here. The first term is 16, the second term is minus 18. This is obtained by the first term by multiplying by minus 3. Again the third term is again 54. This is obtained from the second term, 54, second term by multiplying by again minus 3. So you can write that an plus 1 is equal to minus 3an, where a0 is equal to 6. Okay, similarly you can see this problem also. The first term is 7, the second term is 14 by 5. How is it obtained? It is multiplied by 2 by 5. The next term is 28 by 25. Again it is obtained by multiplying by 2 by 5. So if you see this, an plus 1th term would be basically an into 2 by 5, and our a0 would be, first term would be just 7. So if always the first term you will write it as a0 in the, according to the convention in the textbook. Okay, now look at this question here. Find the unique solution for each of the following recurrence relation. Okay, the first one is an plus 1 is equal to an plus 1 minus 1 into 1 into 5 into an is equal to 0. Okay, so if you write it in our form, it is basically an plus 1 is equal to, it is 1.4, sorry, so 1.5 an. So an plus 1 is equal to 1.5 into an here, and so the general solution would be, what will be the solution? It will be basically each and every term is being multiplied by 1.5. Okay, so if my a0 is there, here a0 is not given there, so you can't find a unique solution here. So a1 would be basically what is it, 1.5 into a0. a2 would be again 1.5 the whole square into a0 here. Okay, so what will be the okay, so what will be the general solution? an would be simply 1.5 raised to n into a0 here. Okay, so if a0 is given, that value will substitute that value here itself. So I hope you understand the first problem. Let us look at the second problem here again. So here it is given 4an minus 5an plus 1 is equal to 0. So if you write this as an plus 1 is equal to 4 by 5 an here. Okay, so first suppose a0 is there, the first term a1 would be simply 4 by 5 a0, the second term would be 4 by 5 into a1, so it is basically 4 by 5 square into a0, a2 would be, so you can write the general term would be an would be 4 by 5 raised to an into a naught. Okay, so similarly you can see this next problem also. So it's a slightly different problem here. 3a raised to n minus n plus 1 minus 4an is equal to 0. So let us write this here. So it is 3an plus 1 minus 4an is equal to 0, and some initial conditions are being given to you. A1 is equal to 5 here. Okay, so here you can write that an plus 1 is equal to 4 by 3 an. Okay, so general formula would be an is equal to 4 by 3 raised to n into a naught. Okay, and a1 is given to you. A1 is basically 5. So a1 was actually 4 by 3 into a naught. So here 5 is equal to 4 by 3 into a naught. Therefore my a naught is actually 15 by 4. Therefore solution will be 4 by 3 raised to n into 15 by 4. Okay, similarly you can see this problem also. 2an minus 3an plus an minus 1. You can try that problem yourself. So basically that relation can be written as, so see that dth question, 2an minus 3an minus 1 is equal to 0. Okay, so my an would be 3 by 2 an minus 1. Okay, so it is given that, so general solution would be basically an is 3 by 2 raised to an a naught. Okay, even if it is an plus 1 is equal to 3 by 2 an also, the same solution would apply. And in order to find this a naught, they have given you a result a4 is equal to 81. So substitute that result here. A4 is actually 3 by 2 into a3. So that's the value of 81. So from that you can find the value of a3. Once you find a3, you can find the value of a2. From that you can go till up to a naught. So try that problem. We'll do that. So try that problem as a homework. Okay. So see, now we will see a statement problem here. The number of bacteria in a culture is 1000. So we are starting a naught is actually 1000 here. Okay, the number increases 250% every 2 hours. So next term of the sequence is obtained after 2 hours. Okay, so that is a1 is actually this 1000 plus uh, 2, so basically it is 250%. So basically 250 by 100 into 1000, or you can write this as maybe 1000. I can take it outside. So basically 1000 1 plus it is basically 2.5, right? Okay, 100 plus 2. So basically it is a1 is equal to 1.25 into 1000. Okay, now a2 after 2 hours again, this will again change to, what you say, 250% will be increased again here. So once again you will have this term would be a1 plus 250 by 100 into a1 would come there. There also you can see that it is 1.25 into a1 here. So general term is an plus 1 is equal to 1.25 into an. So only if you write the terms you will understand. So this is a general formula of this sequence here. Okay, now they want you to find the recurrence relation. Okay, and they want you to find the solution of this recurrence relation is nothing but an plus 1 would be so an would be, already we know it. So basically 1.25 raised to n into an. A 1.25 into raised to n into, here a naught was 1000. So basically 1000 here according to our theory which we have discussed. So after at the end of one day, 24 hours are passed. So this increase in 250% occurs in every 2 hours. So basically 12 terms should come. Okay, so A12 would be basically 1.25 raised to 12 into 1000. Okay, our first term is A0, that is the start of the day. After 2 hours A1, so it is 1.25 into 1000. Again after 2 hours again 1.25 square into 1000. So after 24 hours it will be A12, so it is 1.25 raised to 12 into 1000. Okay, so I hope you understand what you mean by recurrence relation here, and we can see do some other problems also here. So if you consider this problem, find A12 if a square, if an1 square is equal to 5an square. We haven't seen these type of problems here. So this square term is called degree of this relation. We'll see this in next section. So the degree is the basically the power of the largest index. So the largest index here is n plus 1. So if you take an plus 1, so the power of that n plus 1 term is 2. So degree of this recurrence relation is basically 2 here. Okay, so in this problem we'll study more about degree and order in the next session, but I hope this is clear. Now let us try to do this problem. This problem can be done in a much easier way if you make a use of a transformation. If I call an square as some bn, this will reduce to our original problem. So here it will be simply bn plus 1 is equal to 5bn. You know the solution of that problem. It is basically bn is equal to pi raised to n into b naught. Okay, so here a naught is 2, so b naught is root 2, so it is basically 5 raised to n into so b naught is actually okay, so 5 raised to n into b naught here. Okay, so this is solution of this problem. So here so if a naught is 2, our b naught would be actually 4 here, because you are taking the square of terms here. So the solution of this would be bn is equal to 5 raised to n into 4 would be there. The solution of an would be you have to take the square root everywhere, so it is basically root 5 raised to n by 2 into 2 here. So basically it is root 5 raised to n into 2 here, an. Okay, so this problem has been done by a simple transformation. Okay, so we'll see more of these problems in the next session. So basically in this session we'll only be discussing about this problem, which is an plus 1 is equal to some d into an. So only that solution will be focused in the first session. More and more general problems we will be dealing in the next session. Also this one also is a simple problem here. I hope you can do this by yourself. You have to find a general formula for this sequence. So let us try to write our first terms. A naught is a1 given, it is given here. A1 would be 1 into a naught, which is basically 1. A2 would be 2 into a1, which is nothing but 2 into 1. A3 would be, it is 3 into a2, that's nothing but 3 into 2 into 1. I hope you are understanding the pattern here. What would be a1 for here? A4 would be 4 into a3, which is 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. So generally an would be n factorial. Okay, so this is what do you mean by recurrence relation. I hope you understand what is a recurrence relation now. I also hope you understand what you mean by order, what you mean by solution, initial condition, everything. So this is the end of the first session. 2 more sessions are left. So we'll see again in the next session. Thank you.